This is the humble cassette tape, invented by Philips in 1962. It brought home recording to the masses, pre-recorded tapes and of course blank tapes for you to record your own material onto. One of the most popular things that my generation did was to record on a Sunday evening the Radio 1 Top 40 charts. I got my hands on a couple in the 1970s. It wasn't until the 1980s, when I had a job and money, that I was able to buy a load of blank cassettes, and I started recording a lot of my own material. I recently moved house and I found a box full of my old cassettes. There's just shy of 160 here. And as the person who helped me move house said, "Why are you still keeping all these?" And I thought, why am I still keeping all these? And I realised there were compilations, there were Radio 1 things, there was stuff that I just made over the years, self-recordings, radio shows that I'd done. And I thought, rather than throw them away, I think I should digitise them and keep them. So it's taken me the best part of half a year to play back in real time. I had to plug in an old cassette machine into my computer and digitise my old cassette collection. Oh, by the way, you'll know that the reason that Bic Biros made the biros the size they did is because that was the perfect size to manually wind a tape, if ever you could wind a tape like that. Anyway, I digitized my entire collection and I was just fascinated. At the end of that process, I thought, look at this pile of cassettes and the amount of space that it takes up. And then I right-clicked on the folder in Windows on my computer and I looked at the file size that had been left behind. Because they're not particularly high quality, I did them as MP3s. I think I only did it at 96 kilobits per second, so not the highest quality, but that's because cassettes weren't the highest quality. And when I looked at the total on my computer at how much space it took up, 160 cassettes, which is hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of audio, took up 12 megabytes. And that made me laugh because I thought one tiny 16, did I say megabytes? I meant gigabytes. One tiny 16 gigabyte card could contain all of these cassettes. So that's where we've gone in almost 30 years, because it's 26, 27, I think it's 28 years since I first recorded something off the radio. This pile of 160 cassettes still doesn't quite fill this 16 gigabyte card, which is about the size of my thumb. And that just makes me wonder, if we've come this far in 30 years, where will we be in 2030, 2040 something, in another 30 years? Will there be somebody on YouTube saying, hey, haha, I remember I had all my audio stored on one 16 gigabyte SD card. How ridiculous is that? Look, I've now got it on, what, a pinhead or some other new kind of storage, which hasn't even been invented yet. And I just really like that. So that's it. Do digitize your tapes. Recycle your tapes, obviously. And if anybody knows where I can find an old mini disc machine or something that will play these formats, then get in touch, because I'd like to convert these too.